everybody, it's Travis with the NPCs, and it's time for another quick save. For October 19th, 2021, here is what you need to know. First up in our news is Valve announcing a Steam Deck compatibility list, where they're going to be going through all of the games available on Steam to determine exactly what's going to work on the brand new Steam Deck this next year. In the posting on their website, steamdeck.com, they provide 4 different criteria that the games can fall into. There's verified. The game works great on Steam Deck right out of the box. Playable. The game may require some manual tweaking by the user to play. Unsupported. The game is currently not functional on Steam Deck. Or unknown. We haven't checked this game for compatibility yet. With all of these details, there are going to be 4 things they're going to be looking for to be able to determine what category they fall into. Input. The title should have full controller support, use appropriate controller input icons, and automatically bring up on the on-screen keyboard when needed. Display. The game should support up to the default resolution of Steam Deck, 1280 by 800 or 1280 by 720, have good default settings, and text should be legible. Seamlessness. The title shouldn't display any compatibility warnings, and if there's a launcher, it should be navigable with a controller. System support. If running through Proton, the game and all its middleware should be supported by Proton. This includes anti-cheat software. The move is seen very similar to those who run ProtonDB.com, which is set up the exact same way to verify games that can run on Steam's Proton OS layer that is built for running on Linux. Currently, in the ProtonDB catalog, they have over 16,000 games that have been verified as working on the Proton OS layer. However, this doesn't account for everything that is in Steam's library, but means that at least there should be a good number of games to play by the time the Steam Deck does launch. There are no details on when Valve is going to officially reveal the actual categories within Steam itself. However, be on the lookout for this as they may become more apparent as we get closer to the Steam Deck's launch. Next up on the list, we have the announcement from the Call of Duty team that the Halloween event is live. This year's Halloween event is going to be called The Haunting and has a tie-in with the upcoming movie Scream, particularly the movie reboot, where Ghostface will be making an appearance as a specialist in the game. The mode in Warzone this year will be called the Ghosts of Verdansk, where instead of you'll be playing as zombies, you'll be playing as ghosts this time around, but the abilities appear to still be the same. Jumping around, taking down people after you die, and having the ability to respawn if you pick up enough of the vials. Over on the Black Ops Cold War front, you'll be able to pick up and play on a Nuketown Halloween map in 8v8. Of course, outside of the tie-in with Scream, we also do have a skin for Operator Baker in Warzone that lets you look like Frank the Bunny from Donnie Darko. The event itself launched today, but will be available through November 2nd, with multiple unlock opportunities for you all the way through the end date. In our last story of the day, it looks like we might be getting a new Splinter Cell game here very soon. According to a report by Video Games Chronicle, according to some development sources they've heard from, it looks like a Splinter Cell game is currently in the early stages of development, with Ubisoft Montreal heading it up. This looks to be a response to those fans of the Splinter Cell series who may not have been so keen to try out the mobile or VR versions of the game, or have felt that the teases of Sam Fisher making his appearance in other games has not lived up to what Splinter Cell is. The last release in the series was 2013's Splinter Cell Blacklist, and since then the only inklings we've had of Sam Fisher making his return to the video game scene has been in the tie-ins from other Ubisoft titles. Of course, right now, this is all in the early stages of production, so it's very likely we won't be hearing about anything until probably mid to late next year on anything with the Splinter Cell universe. But stick around here on the NPCs to find out more when that becomes available. And that's it for today's quick save. Just like quick saving in a game, you need to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell here on YouTube so that way you know when our live streams and quick saves and other videos go live. Of course, be sure to check us out on social media, Facebook and Twitter at the NPCs Podcast. And of course, go check out our podcast at anchor.fm/the-NPCs-podcast. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We'll catch you all in the next one.